Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host Jeffrey Lazarus, and you are watching Mining for Gems on the Gaming Vector. This is a show where we dig through the Xbox Live indie games catalog once a week in an effort to find the indie game gems on Xbox Live. On this week's episode, we're taking a look at M.A.C.E. This is a $1 downloadable Xbox Live indie title. So let's go ahead, jump in, and take a look. Now, from what I've seen so far... Oh, there we are. From what I've seen so far, this appears to be an old-school style top-down shooter, in the veins of something like 1942 or Raiden or any of those other types of games. So let's see what we have going on here. So we've got... Oh, there's a lot of options going on here. Alright, so awards. So these are basically your achievements, it would appear. So reach certain scores or fire so many shots or so on and so forth. High scores. Let's take a look at our settings. Okay, so wait. Music effects, just sound effects, or no sound at all. Interesting. Also, there is a 2D and 3D mode. Whoa. And if you have some 3D glasses, go ahead and take a look at that, I suppose. There. And the screen size option that we saw when we first loaded the game up. I'm going to jump into help here and see. So pretty basic control-wise. Score, lives, health, bombs, move, fire, and bomb. And then, for some reason, pause is on the back button. That's an interesting decision. Ah, weapon upgrades. Interesting. I'm sure we'll see how those actually work out. It looks like... I'm guessing it goes through the progression at the bottom as you pick up the power-ups on the right for whichever... Or no, the right is special items. Interesting. Well, we'll see how that all works out. And also here, the creators of the game. Alright, so let's see what other options we have up here. So, 1 player or 2 player, normal, hard, easy. We'll leave it on normal since that's the default. There is also a reset option, so you can reset back to the defaults. So let's go ahead and play and see what it's like. And judging by the art, looks to be a very pretty game. Okay, so right off, first thing I have to say is that the firing of the weapon... The firing of the weapon, whether you're holding the button down or tapping it, it fires at the same speed. And, oh boy, I'm taking a lot of hits. It fires at the same speed, and also it feels like it fires just a bit slow for the rate at which the enemies are moving, and the rate at which things are moving in the game. Also, I just died again. And you can see when you die, you actually do lose your power-up, so it's very old school in that design. Just trying to get a good listen at the music here. Music's pretty good. It's, I wouldn't say it's anything spectacular, but it definitely fits the tone of the game, and it's not bad by any means. Just, I wouldn't say it's anything special. Wow, so many enemies. Oh, okay. So your bomb doesn't actually do a screen clear like I thought it would. It actually does that, that kind of spray that you saw around the ship just a moment ago when I actually hit the button. You know what, I'll go ahead and use another one just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. That right there, that's your actual bomb. It's not a screen clear. It just... it fires off projectiles in all directions. Say, from a graphical standpoint and from a sound standpoint... Yeah, from a graphical and a sound standpoint, I would say the game is good to above average. it does feel, and it's a problem that a lot of these, like, top-down old school shooters have, it does feel a tad bit generic. Also, I feel like you don't see power-ups near as often as you should. Maybe I'm just not killing the right enemies, or I'm not sure exactly how you go about earning power-ups exactly, but it feels like they don't pop up quite as often as they should. And I'm sure that may be just a mechanic that I'm missing as well. That works, though. Some more health. Just, yeah, grab the health and just lose it all, smashing through the enemies. This is also a pretty lengthy first level, if I have to be totally honest. So, as of right now, I would say that I'm having fun with the game. I feel there are better versions of this already out there that exist. Galaga Legions DX, I believe is what it was. The newest, like, kind of Galaga remake sort of thing. Like, I would say that is probably... I'm not going to say it's a better game, but it's more hectic. As if this isn't hectic enough. Oh, there's an upgrade finally. But, oh, alright. Had one of those. I say, and hectic's not necessarily a good or bad thing. It depends on personal taste. This is a perfectly serviceable game, though. It functions exactly like you think it would. It takes a little bit to get used to the firing speed of the weapon. But once you do, it actually feels pretty good. Because I know that I said that it felt a little slow, and it still kind of does. But it also feels about right, because you shouldn't, like, without getting upgrades, you shouldn't be able to take out every enemy on the screen. And if the weapon fired faster, like, your ship already moves so fast that I feel like if the weapon fired faster, then that would be an issue. Is you'd just be able to wipe out every enemy on the screen with, you know, little to no problem. Oh, jeez. And, you know, where's the challenge in that? We're being able to just kill everything easily. So, yeah, I actually have to say I think that may be a design decision they made to make the gunfire possibly a little bit slower than you would expect, to actually add some challenge to the game. Yeah, just blow them all up. Plus, those bombs are incredibly useful. Like, and I'm glad that they're not just a screen clear. They decided to actually make them something that functions with the location of the ship. Because since it fires out those multiple shots in every direction, where you're at in relation to the enemies, especially the larger ones, actually factors into how much damage your bomb's actually going to do. And I really like that. I think that's a very, very good idea. All in all, it's an enjoyable game. There's nothing terribly special about it. Oh, looks like we finished the level. And you can see at the level end, you have the chance to resume or restart. We're just gonna go ahead and keep pushing on here. I would like to see a boss battle. Don't know if we'll make it that far, because I don't really know what else there is to say about the game. I mean, the background looks nice, but it's... You know, it looks nice, but it's a bit generic with the space background. Granted, I don't know what else you could really do. And also, at least it's a pretty background, and it's unobtrusive as well. There's not... Like, I have yet to see anything in the background that I would mistake for something in the foreground, or on the same plane as what I'm on. Whoa! Although I didn't see that turret over there, so maybe I'm lying to myself. Yeah, for a $1 downloadable title, I would... Oh, I'm out of bombs. Uh-oh. That's no good. For a $1 downloadable game, I would say that this is probably worth your time, and definitely worth the asking price. Oh, I slammed into a rock. Because I haven't seen... I haven't seen any real graphical issues. I haven't seen any glitches, anything of that nature. Everything feels like it should. It plays like it should. It's a little bit bullet helly, but that's... I don't even know if that's really a word, bullet helly, but we're going to go with it. But that's actually okay. I like that in this style of game. I like the added level of challenge that gives. And the music has changed, so now, what are we getting ourselves into? Oh, there's something up there shooting at us. Okay, it's another one of those things. Let's bomb the crap out of it. Am I even doing damage to this thing? Oh, well, I just smashed into a rock. Oh, power-ups. It also doesn't feel like the power-ups give you enough of an advantage. Like, it didn't speed up my fire rate, really. It just gave me 2 shots per trigger pull, essentially. Which, you know, is fine and all, but as scarce as the power-ups are, I kind of feel like if you're going to make them that scarce, they should be a lot more useful. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, jeez. Like, if you're going to give me a handful of power-ups throughout the level, then, you know, every single one, I should feel bad about losing if I die. Whereas now it's like, well, you know, I would feel bad if I died right now because I have no extra lives left, but other than that, like, oh, I lose my little double gun. Well, I'm not really that concerned. Also, I'm probably going to die. I'm getting rather low on health. But yeah, this is M.A.C.E. Nice little top-down style shooter. Got a little bit of bullet hell action going on. I'm definitely going to die in probably the next, like, 5 seconds. A little bit of bullet hell action going on. Feels like... Oh, wow. Oh, and I had bombs, too. Crap. Insert name for high score? Sure. So, let's go ahead and head back to the main menu. But yeah, this is... obviously M.A.C.E. And I would say... this is definitely worth the asking price of $1 if you enjoy this type of game. If you don't, then... If this isn't like your genre, then there's other better stuff out there, but this is still a pretty good representation of this style of game, and I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's incredibly fun, but the simple fact is it is a good game. It does what it's trying to do well. I just don't feel that there's anything extra special about it. Also, I think that it maybe suffers a little bit because it doesn't have an online leaderboard. It's just got an on-console high score, which, you know, that's all fine and good. But I think an online leaderboard would probably help it out. And I don't know. I would definitely say it's one of the hidden gems on Xbox Live indie games. I would definitely take a look at it if you're interested in this type of game. Or, you know, if this is like your genre, this is the thing you love. It's definitely worth taking a look at. I don't think it's anything terribly special, but I feel that it is definitely worth your time, and it's a $1 purchase price, so, I mean, if you even remotely like this type of game, it's worth checking out. With that said, I have been your host, Jeffrey Lazarus, and thank you for watching.